What is going on, guys? Welcome to Extreme Daily Drivers. We're always balling on budget and wrenching in our garage. And got an awesome one today, man. An awesome one. And lots of news. So, to get it kicked off, let's check out what we got in the garage here. What do we got here?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Empty.
Just a lady.
Just a lady. No Miata.
No Miata. Big story on the Miata.
Yeah. Which
we will have coming out in a video coming up, right?
Yeah, we will. It's
maybe next week.
Pretty big story. Some yeah.
Yep.
Some news.
Some news. So we're gonna leave it right there. Just some news coming on the Miata. So you wanna make sure you're subbed for that. Make sure you stay tuned because it's gonna be an awesome video. Some stuff went down. So anyway, let's talk about today's video. Today's video is a huge one for me. This is something that I've had in my head that I've wanted to do to the old Jeep Commander since I purchased it. And it's all finally here. And we're gonna be going ahead and we're gonna be throwing on a roof basket today. That's right, got this thing off Amazon, 500 bucks shipped. It is this Smittybilt Defender. Check it out. So here's the mounting hardware you're gonna need in order to get this thing onto the Jeep, and I'll have a link for this, as well as this, down in the description as always. But let's talk for a second real quick why I went with this rack. So the reason is on most Jeeps, the rack actually sits on top of the crossbars, which then makes it look like the rack slash basket is on top of the Jeep, which I'm not a huge fan of. So what's beautiful about this rack is it actually mounts onto the rails of the Jeep, which gives it a much lower profile, which should help with gas mileage as well as just looking much better in my opinion. So although this installation is actually pretty easy, it's a really cumbersome kind of thing. So I got my little buddy here, Kelly. She's gonna help me out in today's video.
Help her today.
Yeah, because although it's not like an insane amount of weight, it probably weighs 60 pounds. It's just super awkward. You have to do it with two people. Yeah. So first things first, wash your vehicle, which I just did. Jeep's looking awesome. But now we're gonna go ahead, climb up here, and we're gonna take these crossbars off. And that's the first thing to go. So after messing with this for 2 seconds, you can actually pull this up and off. There's a little hook under there, and check it out. So now we just gotta do the other side and get the back one off. Are you out?
No, not yet.
All right, that was a little bit of a fight, but we got him off, and I think it looks much better without him on there. Honestly, it's just sleeker looking. We got a little bit of cleaning to do on the rails, on the little chrome part. You can see some staining. Some Windex actually will clean that up pretty good. Then we can start getting the other rack ready. All right, so the way the rack actually mounts to the rails has these brackets I'm going to show you in a minute, but they slide onto the rail. So in order for them to slide on, you have to take one of these caps off. Now the rears to me are the easiest. I took this one off when I installed the backup camera. So this one's was easy. But this one over here, I've never had this one off. The previous owner used to park this under a tree.
Uh-oh.
So wait till you see what's underneath this. First of all, let's see if I can get it off.
No.
I just kind of pull.
Almost. Oh! Yikes.
So yeah, this is why you don't park under a tree.
Big car, a lot of sap.
This is why. This is how rust starts and everything else. So yeah, don't ever park your car under a tree. So let me go over some of the rad features of this thing. I know you can get baskets for a lot cheaper, okay? I know you can. But this thing is awesome, all right? So it comes one piece, all right? So you can get it in several pieces. However, if you do it that way, you have a chance of rust developing. Whenever there are two sections that come together, water can get in there and you can have rust. So that's why I went with the one piece. This did get delivered to me on a semi-truck, which was kind of interesting. And the box was a little bit beat up. Whenever you get something this oversized delivered to your house and weighs this much, the box will always be beaten up. And it did have a little nick in it right here, which I covered up with some rocker panel paint that I had sitting around. Actually really wanted to just plasti dip this, but I couldn't find plasti dip at the stupid Walmart by our house. And so anyway, this is going to be fine for now. If I don't like the texture down the road, I could always hit it with some wrinkle black or something like that, or bed liner, which is pretty much what this is covered in. But anyway, I just want to go over just kind of the cool features and why I got this rack here before we start assembling it or installing it. So one of the big things I want to do to the Commander is put some lights on top of a rack, and there are a million different ways you can do that. You can get brackets that go on these bars here, but this thing has these tabs built right in, which is perfect for mounting some big time off-road lights. So we get 4 brackets up front, okay? And then on the rear, which I don't think I'm going to be using these, but it's a nice thing to have. There are 2 more tabs on the rear. So real nice. You can get a good close-up of these. They're super, super rugged. Great news is they came packaged really well, so none of them bent or anything like that during shipping. And yeah, man, this thing is just going to be rad. It's also like a nice low profile. So mounting should be pretty darn straightforward. Let's get into the kit, and I'll show you exactly how it works. All right, so I got my beautiful assistant here getting the hardware all kind of set up for us, and this is what you get in the box. You're gonna have the brackets that actually mount to the basket. You're gonna have the brackets that hold down the mount, and this is where this kind of mounts to here. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, this is kind of the one that we're gonna be installing here in a minute. Now, these guys are gonna go over the top of the rail with these skinny bolts here. Now, I would say just refer to the instruction manual, but the instruction manual right down here is trash. So just ignore that, just follow this video. But anyway, let me show you what this looks like on the actual Jeep. I got one set up. All right, and here you go. This is what it's actually gonna look like mounted. And I actually tightened this down a little bit because I wanted to see how sturdy it was. These bolts are still loose, obviously, but that guy's not going anywhere. The whole rail's kind of flexing. So pretty cool install. I think it looks pretty clean, and to be honest with you, you didn't have to take these things off in order to get this on, because I was actually able to dip it into the rail. But you know, you might want to just take these things off anyway, because you probably got tons of dirt and debris built up just like I did. All right, so we got the mounting brackets exactly where we need them, and I thought about doing this with just Kelly, but I'm actually barely tall enough to do this. So I got my buddy Bijan, who lives down the road, to give us a hand, and we are going to pick this guy up and throw him on the car, and hopefully we won't have any kind of issues. So we did some measuring. We think we have the brackets right where we need them. So let's get this thing up there and see what it looks like. Let's do this. You good? Oh. I think it needs to come forward a little bit. Something like that. I think it, yeah. See how it looks from the back. Push the rear a little bit. Yep. Yep. Keep going. Good. I think that's it.
It looks good.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys think? Comment below. Again, don't try to do this on your own, because you're not going to be able to, man. So now we just need to get a couple brackets or bolts and climb up here. Yeah, we'll have to line these holes up here, but send some bolts through there with the hardware included, and this sucker will be on here. Pretty cool. All right, guys, comment below. What do you think of this? Huh? Dude, it's everything we hoped of, and everything we wanted it to be and more. Super sturdy. Whole car's shaking. The hatch does not in any way interfere when you open it up. Just to show you. Now, of course, you can move this rack around a little bit, right? It doesn't have to be where I have it, but I have it in the furthest back of the vehicle, which I think is the best spot. Here's a little clearance. So if we put lights back there, they may be in the way, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not planning on putting lights up there. But yeah, I think the rack looks best all the way in the back. Here you go, centered. Side shot here. Sorry about the ladder. Ladder's key, man. Can't do this without a ladder. But yeah, give you guys an idea. Up here, check it out. Comment below. Holds 150 pounds, in case you're wondering. It's a lot of weight. What I like about this rack is it does not cover up the sunroof. I know a lot of you guys don't have a sunroof, so you don't care about that, but I do, and I didn't want it covered like it's covering the skylights here. Don't really care about the skylights being covered, but I do care about the sunroof. So this is a perfect size. This gives me lots of room, put all sorts of stuff up here, which we'll be doing in the future. And I want to give you guys another look at where those lights are going to be mounted here in the front. Ugh. So right here you can see the tabs, and we're going to have big spotlights up here. Coming soon. Extreme Daily Drivers. Make sure you're subbed. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I want to special thanks to Kelly.
I didn't really do much.
Sticking it out through this. This actually took probably 3 hours to do.
It did.
In theory, it's really easy and shouldn't take long at all, but there's just so many bolts, so many little adjustments you have to make for it to be on there straight and look right. So shout out to Kel.
Thanks.
We'll be back maybe next week with a Miata video.
Shout out to Bijan.
Shout out to Bijan. Oh my God, yeah. Kelly and I would have really struggled. You guys saw me. I could barely get this on
She's
overhead.
short for this.
Yeah,
It's
so
not-
shout out to Bijan. Comment below if you want to see more Bijan in our videos, because we could do a lot more with that guy. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you sub, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you
Next
share.
week?
Next week, what?
Miata content, maybe?
Yeah, we're hoping so. So stay tuned for that. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.
guys.
Bye.